কথা
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, Partho. Hello. Hello, Partho. Should we start immediately? Hello. Hello.
Actually,
Namaskar. Odisha Corporate Foundation तरफରୁ ମୁଁ ଧନେଶ୍ୱର ସାହୁ ଆଜିର ଏ ୱେବିନାରରେ ଉପସ୍ଥିତ ସମସ୍ତ ସହଭାଗୀ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ହାର୍ଦ୍ଦିକ ସ୍ୱାଗତ ଏବଂ ଅଭିନନ୍ଦନ। Odisha Corporate Foundation is established by a set of people who are retired bankers, bureaucrats, and also from different strata of the society who had a mission to help the budding entrepreneurs to establish their enterprise in Odisha for the benefit of the state, for the people, society as a whole. Today, it is really a matter of our privilege to have our interaction with a set of people, the students, the budding entrepreneurs, the future entrepreneurs of the Kaustuva group of institutions. We are really happy and grateful to the authorities of Kaustuva group to allow us for this kind of interaction where we can have a better dialogue with the budding entrepreneurs and the upcoming entrepreneurs, where we can pitch in and help as and when it is required. Before I go further to our deliberation, I understand we have Dr. Dhananjay Behera and also Dr. Subrat Mohanty, the respective principals of two separate faculties of Kaustuva group of institutions. So let me invite Dr. Dhananjay to say a few words at this juncture. Thereafter, we'll continue with our deliberations. Dr. Dhananjay.
Sir.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. So.
Yes, Dr. Dhananjay Behera.
Yes,
kindly put your.
Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity. Actually, it is my privilege to present, talk something regarding entrepreneurship development, which is one of my favorite area, and I'm excited to know about your foundation. This is really a great initiative by some of the great people like you all, and I'm sure that this is going to help our Odisha entrepreneurs. Definitely, you legends can guide them how to. Because see, entrepreneurship, there is one challenge always people faces, that before they starting entrepreneurship they die, and that is where legends like you can actually hold their hand to make them successful. There is a as I belong to business management fraternity, I must say that there is a saying that business is an art which everyone doesn't know to master of this art, but they can definitely develop that skill set. So as you know that there are so many people who has inborn quality of entrepreneurship, but there are maximum people who are actually developing those skill sets, like passion for develop certain innovation. They have self-discipline, they have risk-taking ability. These are few attributes which actually helps entrepreneurs to be successful. But at the same time, practically, some of the great leaders like you all need to guide them so that they can be successful in building their dream entrepreneurship goal. So with this, I would like to thank all the OCS members for this great opportunity, and I would like to congratulate all of you who have joined this webinar. I'm sure you are going to learn many things which will definitely help you to build your own organization, and one day everyone would be like Jeff Bezos or Steve Jobs kind of personality. If you can see our Odia entrepreneur Oyo, very, that's a great brand globally right now. So I'm sure you all are going to develop yourself in that similar fashion. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Remarks. Thank you once again. Now, before I proceed, can I request Dr. Subrat Mohanty to say a few words on this occasion?
Yes. Am I audible to all of you? Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank the Odisha Corporate Foundation for choosing the topic, this webinar on entrepreneurship development. So entrepreneurship is a very vital field, as my colleague Dr. Dhananjay Bera has pointed out. So even this entrepreneurship subject is introduced as a compulsory subject for the 7th semester students in the BPT curriculum. So like we say that uh, eh, always the student should dream or should focus to become a job giver rather than a job seeker. So entrepreneurship is a vital field and very important field. Yes. So I'm sure that I'm sure that a person's yes, I'm sure that today's resource persons will definitely uh,
Inspire.
once again I thank the persons associated with Odisha Corporate Foundation, and I'm sure that this webinar will be definitely beneficial for all our students, and even in the future also you like to be associated with such type of webinars so that the students can gain some knowledge on the entrepreneurship development. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mahanti. My colleague, the Secretary of Odisha Corporate Foundation, Mr. Mihir Kumar Sahu, Chartered Accountant, is also a participant in this webinar. He will take up at the second level, that is at the second half of this webinar. Initially, I will discuss something relating to the entrepreneurship development. Should I continue in Odia, or it should be only in English, because there may be few candidates, few participants who may not be knowing Odia. Is it a case?
I think
Anything? Okay. Okay, no issue. In between, I'll switch over to English in certain words or so. Okay. So I should make it a mixed one. Okay, fine. Myself, Dhaneshwar Sahu. I retired as a Chief General Manager from Punjab National Bank some 15 months back. I am associated with the Odisha Corporate Foundation since more than 2 years. So as a practice, we like to help and we try to help the entrepreneurs to establish any enterprise of their choice. Now the question comes, why we should talk it before the students of this institution, those who are engineering students or management students. Most of the cases it is found that the students come to the college with an intention to top the list and subsequently get some job somewhere. As it was the earlier speakers told that the students should have a feeling of being a preference for a job giver rather than a job seeker. So if you want to be a job giver, then the enterprise, whether it is relating to agriculture or it is relating to any MSME unit or it relates to a very big unit, it is very much essential to be an entrepreneur, to take risk. The management students must have read it, must have studied during their course that for any entrepreneur in the economic term, they will get the profit. And that profit is ascribed to only the risk. Because to start any enterprise, anyone will require definitely some land. Land means I can take it a small piece of land, it may be a rented one, it may be his own, to establish that enterprise. He requires some labor. He has to use some capital that is out of his own, and the fourth element remains as the risk. So the land, labor, capital and organization, I should say the organization is nothing but this risk-taking capacity of the entrepreneur or the enterprise. So when he has to take some risk, he must be rewarded. So for that reward, he must get the profit. That reward is nothing but the profit. So I will discuss that what is required to start any enterprise. Any enterprise will be starting with a small corpus of fund which we treat as a capital. And he should have his own resources in the shape of the labor force, or he can hire certain labor force, some technocrats or some normal people, those who can work with him as a partner or as an employee. And he should have some land or some space where he can start the organization, he can start the enterprise. But while going so, the capital which they may have will be scanty, or it may not be sufficient enough. If it is not sufficient enough, then who can help? The help can come from different sources, that is from institutional or non-institutional sources. But the non-institutional sources may be very, very low. But the institutional sources like the banks or any financial institution, including a non-banking financial company or a private equity fund, which we call it as a PE fund, sometimes you must have heard, or any single individual may come forward and put the money even as equity along with the promoter. That means he can become a co-promoter. Now, in what case you will be going to the banks or non-banking financial institutions? Because these are the institutional mechanism available around us where we can borrow funds for starting our enterprise or to carry on our business. Now, in order to carry on our business, if we need some fund from outside, whether it is from the institutional mechanism like banks or it is from a private individual, he will definitely require some remuneration, which is nothing but the interest. Or if it is a capital, then he may require some dividend for his contribution. So whether we have to pay the interest or pay the dividend, this will come only out of the business. So business should be in a position to generate that much of profit.
Sound Patel?
There is some technical here. I hope I am audible.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Right now you're audible, sir.
Okay. Okay. So the enterprise must think of how to generate sufficient profit so that he can pay out the interest or the dividend to the person or to the institute which has given him the fund. On the contrary, I should say that when we approach any institution for financing our enterprise, the institution would like to see whether this enterprise or this entrepreneur is capable of generating that much of profit to repay my principal amount as well as the interest amount. This will be seen by way of the cash flow generated by the enterprise. So they will make an assessment for the enterprise to judge the capacity of the enterprise so that the interest can be paid on time and the principal will be also returned. If someone is investing this money as an entrepreneur or as an equity holder, as a shareholder, then he will definitely like to have sufficient profit. Even after payment of interest to others, there should be sufficient surplus which can be distributed as dividend. If he does not find that much, then he may not continue to invest in the organization, in the enterprise. So, as an entrepreneur, if you are starting this, you must think of the size of that enterprise in which you will be able to contribute from your own and take those assistance or the loan from some other fellow or some other institution and generate sufficient profit so that you will be capable enough to pay the interest, to pay the dividend, and to repay the loan. So whenever you go to the banks, the institutions for funding, they would like to see not only this interest earning capacity, they would like to see the stake of the enterprise, the stake of the stakeholders in the enterprise. Like if you have started this enterprise, then how much you have invested? You may be asking for 1 crore loan. Bank is ready to give you 1 crore loan. But in order to take 1 crore loan, what is your own margin or what is your own stake? If you have invested only 1 lakh rupees as a capital, then no bank, no organization will agree to give you 1 crore. Normally, the institutions think of allowing a loan which is not more than 3 times of the capital. It may be in a ratio of 3:1. Rather, in most of the cases, for a new enterprise, the institutions think of only to allow a loan where the debt equity ratio means the loans to capital ratio is not even 3:1. It should be 2:1. That means if you have 100 rupees with you, then the institution may give only 200 rupees or maximum 300 rupees. They will not allow more than that. So if the capital is not available with you, then the borrowings cannot be up to an unlimited extent or cannot be a very high order. So your capital must be with you. Why I am telling this? Many cases, the people like to start a company. They have enlisted themselves as a company, they have registered themselves as a company, and in the company, the authorized capital is only 1 lakh. Of course, the paid-up capital is also 1 lakh. If this balance sheet is shown to someone, then the lender will never agree to sanctioning even 5 lakhs because he will think that it is only 1 lakh of the customer, of the entrepreneur. Why should I give him more than 5 times, more than 4 times? So until and unless the capital is enhanced, the borrowing will not come. The lender will not be agreeing to give the loan. So whenever you start any enterprise as a startup or otherwise, other than startup, then also you should have adequate capital with you. If you don't have adequate capital, then perhaps the borrowing will not come from different sources to the extent you desire. So, while thinking of starting any enterprise, even if it is coming under a startup, which today there is a requirement to register itself, the enterprise as a startup unit under Startup Odisha, that is the state, or Startup India. These organizations are helping startup units to come up by giving them certain grant, some assistance, even at the time of incubation. That means while the innovation is done, how to take it forward to create the prototype and show it to the market that this is some product which we have innovated. One can take forward that process of that product and exploit it commercially to generate sufficient income. But those outsiders or those people must be satisfied with the innovation that you have carried out, even as a student or when you go out of the institution, and instead of going for a job, you may think of starting a startup. So at that particular point of time, at that incubation stage or even beyond the incubation stage, the people will be interested, the organizations, the institutions, or even there are some angel investors, those who will be interested to help you out only when they find that your product is definitely something unique and it has enough potential to generate sufficient income if it is commercially exploited. So keeping that in mind, you must work and you must start your enterprise so that you can take it forward. Today, I'll not go beyond this much because otherwise it will be a very lengthy project or lengthy conversation. If I have to do that one, I will leave it to my colleague, Mr. Mihir Kumar Sahu, the Chartered Accountant. He is the Secretary of OCF. But before I request Mr. Mihir Sahu to take it forward, if anybody has any question in his mind up to this much, whatever we have discussed, then you can come forward, you can raise your hand and then raise the question so that I'll be able to answer. Thank you.
Hello, students. Is there any doubt you can ask? Anything there in the mind, please ask.
Or you can write in the chat box.
Yes. Hello, students. Is there any doubts to anybody? You can
Okay, if it is nothing, then with your permission, after 5 minutes, I will quit the webinar. Mr. Mihir Sahu, Secretary OCF, will continue. And in the meantime, if you have any other question or so, the participants can use the chat box and raise the question. If they have given their mobile number or their email ID, we can also answer it subsequently offline, so to say. If not today, with this much of a time limit. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dhanasar sir. Should I take over now? Hello.
Please, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you,
Hello,
sir.
friends. Hello, friends. I believe you all are from an eminent engineering college. So, well, what is your target? What do you believe? How, I'm also a guest faculty in some of the management colleges, and I see the psyche of the students is that, they always look for service. My predecessor, Mr. Dhaneshwar Sahu, has told, how to turn into a job provider rather than a job seeker. So in Eastern India, we have the, this mindset that we'll finish our studies and then immediately we'll pick up a job, good job. And and we compare ourselves amongst our other students, fellow students. What is your CTC and all that. Way back in 1987, when I cleared my CA course, and the same question was before, coming before me, that time very few chartered accountants were there. In a year, maybe a few hundred were passing. So the moment I passed, I got many offers from corporates. But I had decided in my mind that I'll do my own practice. It was very difficult at that point of time because you have to see your own marketing, you have to see the running expenditure of your office, you have to manage the staff, everything, that's too difficult. But still, I made it a point. My mother, till now, my mother says, no, you have done wrong in not going for a job, which is more peaceful. But parents, they don't understand the intricacies of a job. Anyway, that is my part of the story. The purpose of telling this to you is, you have to think out of box. You have to think above the rest. That you have to come for entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? Because why entrepreneurship? Can anyone answer why entrepreneurship? Anyone can speak. Job is a peaceful life. Why we should take up entrepreneurship? Anyone? Please open your microphone and tell. Hello? 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 Any of the participants, can you say why we should choose entrepreneurship over job? Look, this has to be participative. If you remain quiet, it will not be interesting for you as well as for me. Hello? None of the students are responding.
Sir, in entrepreneurship, we don't have the chance to lose a job. Because in job, there is a clear constant fear that after 4 or 5 years, the job may or may not be there with us.
No.
So in entrepreneurship, you are the job creator, so you don't have fear to lose the job.
No, sir. Then if this is your answer, I'll tell. If you are an entrepreneur, then you don't have to see about your job, and you have to be responsible for other people's job who are working with you.
That's why.
Yeah.
So
So that is more. That
so
is,
you are
that is
become
more
the job
important, sir.
creator.
That is no. That is
Of
why
course,
that is more important, sir. If as an
Yes.
employee, if you cannot save your own job, how you will save so many people's job? So the major
Okay.
the major driving factor for an entrepreneurship is entrepreneurship. The opportunity is unlimited, just unlimited. All your students, they
Yes.
might be looking how Jeff Bezos started. For that reason, how our Odisha's entrepreneur Oyo, that how he started. Okay, so everybody has started from scratch and gone to such a level. How it is possible? Had they done job somewhere, they would have, maybe if they are so skilled, they would have been promoted to get a salary of 1 crore or 2 crore in a year, not beyond that.
Hello.
But now, hello, I am audible. So now they have created their fortune, which is beyond anybody's imagination. So the very purpose of seeking entrepreneurship is there is no limit. There is no limit up to, there is no limit as to wealth creation. Okay, now let us discuss. I would like to like other students to participate, please, because
Sir,
I know most of the students. Yeah, because I know.
I would like to add one thing that even the job also, we are also, we do have some entrepreneurial skill because we're in service also. We are also seeing how my organization will get profit and what the maximum benefit I can give to the organization. And it is again a part of entrepreneurs bent of mind, I can say. Though we are not the entrepreneurs, but we should possess an entrepreneurial bent of mind, so that what we may not do for ourselves, that we can do for the organization.
That's right. That's right. Being an employee, if any employee who thinks like an entrepreneur, then he succeeds in the ladder. That's
Right.
also a point. But the thing is, the basic difference is once you are taking up entrepreneurship, you are on your own. You are nursing your own dream. And if you are an
Right.
employee somewhere else, you are following that organization rules and responsibilities and principles. There,
Yes.
you are not allowed to put up your dream, your ideas. Your ideas can be taken up once their management agrees. But here,
Right.
nobody has to agree. You have to agree with your idea and take it forward. If you have a conviction, you apply it and you assemble right of you uh, assimilate right kind of people and go ahead with that. Well,
Okay.
let me just for the benefit of the students, I'll discuss about few ingredients, which are uh, required for a successful entrepreneurship. Can anyone say what is the basic requirement?
Risk bearer.
Yes, please.
Risk bearer.
What is that?
Taking risk.
Risk bearer is
Risk taking ability. Okay. Anybody else?
Innovator and organizer.
Innovator and organizer. Okay. Anybody else? Well, let me start. You told risk. Every business has got risk. Okay. Many people say that no risk, no gain. So once you are trying to earn unlimited amount, so there will be inherent risk in that. And innovator. An entrepreneur need not be an innovator. Most of the entrepreneurs, they are under matriculate. So, or undergraduates. So you need not be an innovator, but you have to think out of box. You have to have the mindset. First, the basic requirement for an entrepreneur is the mindset. What is mindset? In his mind, he should have a passion, he should have a dream to pursue it. Once you have got your passion to do a particular project, then your mind will play in those areas to assimilate people, all the resources, capital, people, resources, material, machine, technology, everything, and you'll put it together to to run it ahead. Then second important thing of a uh, entrepreneurship quality is selection of a particular venture, selection of right kind of venture. If I am a chartered accountant, I have chosen a chartered accountancy practice or something to do with financial startup ventures. If I do something with wild technology, comfortable at, definitely it will be disastrous. So you have to have a proper selection of the venture in which you have got interest, in which you have got passion, in which you are capable of handling it. Then another thing is, if you have a mindset for entrepreneurship, then you have selected a proper venture for yourself. Then what is the next important ingredient? Anyone? You see, there is no definite law. It's all common sense. Any of you can tell about it. Having decided what you will do next, you have decided not to go for job. You have decided to come for a venture, and you have selected a particular venture. After selecting a particular venture, what you will do? Obviously, you have to make preparation for that. Deciding on a venture will not build the venture. Hello, right? I'm right.
Yes, sir.
So what is the preparation? What is the basic preparation you will do?
Mihir, can I
Yeah.
just come? Yeah. What I
Yeah,
was
please.
thinking, I am the way, but I was
Hmm.
just listening to the discussions. In this college, depending on the students, if they are interested from specific line of businesses or industries, then if we can guide them on that line, you can at least some of them interested in what line of industry or business or entrepreneurship, at least we can
Yeah,
help.
I agree with you. We have not gone to line. I'm coming to that. It's in the
Yeah.
process itself. I'm
Then
coming
we
to that.
can guide
Some-
them accordingly. Okay.
yeah,
Still.
we have not in a we are not we have not reached there at all.
Okay. ठीक है.
We are in the basic process.
Okay. ठीक है. Once knowing
Okay.
their mind, then we can. It will be better
Yeah,
to
right.
advise.
But they are not at all participating. I want them to participate. Then the idea.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
So after having the mindset, then selecting the venture, what next we'll do? Obviously, we'll make all those required preparatory phase. We have to go into preparatory phase. What is that preparatory phase? We'll make a SWOT analysis. What is strength, weakness, opportunity, threat? That analysis most of you must be knowing. Do you know or not? We have to see what are the advantages and risks associated with that particular project. Okay, that is SWOT analysis. That is known as a preparatory phase. We'll make a project report. We'll make what are the threats associated with it, and what is the risk perception. How we will overcome those risk perceptions. All those things have to be done. Then after that, after we make the planning, yeah, please.
So it means our strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat.
Yeah, that's
SWOT
right.
analysis.
Before starting any project, we have to make that analysis. Once you prepare the
Yes.
project report with all the information, you have to also make SWOT analysis.
Yes.
So that once you know your strength, you will build on your strength. Once you know your weakness, you will try to overcome the weakness. And what are the threat perception? You will try to minimize the threat perception. So it is very important to evaluate the project with this perspective. Then after making everything, you are now ready to go on field. Okay, what is your vision? Then you have to have a vision. What is your vision? What is your long-term vision? What is your short-term vision? Suppose my long-term vision is to be #1 food processing company in Odisha. That is my long-term vision. What should be my short-term vision? Whether I can go in phases. So I want to be, leader in soft drink first. Then I'll go into nuggets, or I want to go into biscuits. So that what is my overall plan, long-term plan, and what is my short-term plan? I need to define that and uh, mm, and arrange all my resources to suit to that particular vision or that particular goal. This is my first phase
That means we
requirement. What is
should-
my second? Yes, please.
Okay, that means we should proceed step by step. By taking one steps at a time, we proceed further so that we can
Time.
achieve our desired goals.
Also having the blueprint, how your first step is synchronized towards the total vision.
Right.
It is not that every step has to be in proper direction.
Okay.
Then after you have defined that, what is your short-term goal and what is your long-term goal, immediately you have to have where to put up the industry, where to buy the machinery, then where to buy the raw material, and who will man each of the processes of production. All these things have to be, operational plan has to be in place. Till now, we have not gone into market. We are in the production phase. Production can be a physical goods or can be a services also. Still, we are in a production phase. Now, we need to go to market. Immediately after that, we have to, or simultaneously, we have to look for market. What is the target audience? Whom we are going to sell? and how we will hit the market and how we will outsmart the competitors. This should be our in scheme of things. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So this will
Yes,
be
sir,
in,
you're audible. You're audible.
yeah. So after you have got everything in place, is it guaranteed that you will succeed? You have made a good beginning. You have a vision. You have a passion. You have good policies. You have a short-term and long-term vision. Then you have a good operational plan. Still, can you say that you will succeed?
No.
No. Why no? Because there are some internal and external factors by which which will distract you from the goal. There will be change of law. There will be
Right.
there'll be some external things, change of economic happenings, and so many things will be there. Though, then another big player may come into play, so that you will be affected.
Right.
So, affected. What is your plan? What is your plan? That is known as disaster recovery. Or are you in a position to diversify? Suppose you are making X production doesn't hit. Can you go into Y production? What is the plan B? If plan A does not succeed, what is the plan B? What is the disaster
Yes.
recovery? Okay,
Yes.
that has to be
Which
in place
which
so that you can lock. And of all, another important thing is there, that public relation. At every point of time, wherever you are putting up a factory, public relation means the target audience also, our customers also. You have to connect to your customers. You have to manage your manpower,
right.
manage the environment where your factory is there. You have to manage the offices with whom you are dealing with. So
Yes.
this is another vital factor. So I think with these basic ingredients, now if you are ready to go for ventures, particular any kind of venture, then you will think of expanding. After you do this basic job, then you can think of expanding, like Dhaneshwar sir has told that how whether you will take equity, whether you will take loan. Equity, private equity never comes in the initial stage. Once you are successful in doing something, success is not profit. Success is in terms of scale of business. Once you make a scale of business, then the private equity people will come and support you. Whether it is HNI or the private equity or angel equity, they will come and support you at a later stage. So up to this level, you have to come on your own. Of course, bankers are there to help you. There are some seed capital agencies who can also give. If the debt equity ratio is 3:1, then even if you don't have 25% of equity, give 10% of equity or 5% of equity, then another 15% other agencies are there, they will give you. If you have only an idea, I don't have money, still you go and pitch it with right kind of investors or HNI people or partner, then they will come forward. This is my idea, you come forward, invest, they will invest in your project. So these are all this is a process. So you must have heard in Kharagpur IIT, they have allowed the students, those who are foregoing the campus interview in the year they pass, they are allowed to go for some entrepreneurship venture. If they fail, they have given an assurance that after 2 years you can come back and attend the, you'll be given a chance in the uh, campus interview. So why that was done? Because they were given they were given some kind of assurance. Well, job is never going out of you. So you start some venture. If you fail, come back. We'll give you job. So if one person, if one engineer becomes a good employee, then one family is, well placed in the society. But if one engineer does a venture, hundreds of employees will be in good place. That should be the ethic. And another important factor, I will say that this should be fast research. This should be the entrepreneurship should be the fast research. The entrepreneurship, not just because you did not get any job anywhere. This should be your first choice. Without looking for job, if you have a passion, if you have a dream, you select the entrepreneurship as a career. And I tell you, job is the easiest thing in the world, and then any profession, and then the most difficult thing is setting up a venture entrepreneurs. Because it is more difficult, it is more rewarding also. And nowadays, there are many government agencies, many government organizations who handhold, who help such kind of entrepreneurs. Many funds are there. So, and the purpose of OCF is exactly that. Those new entrepreneurs who have no idea about financing, who have no idea about marketing, who have no idea about market linkage, we are there. We have strong 3,000 participants in OCF, all successful entrepreneurs, professionals in their own way. Those who have really agreed to help all of you in case of need. Step advice is you start some venture, pick up an idea, and if you have got any, if you seek any advice, any help, OCF is always there to help. I had been to Silicon Valley in 2010. I have seen young Oriya guys, young Oriya boys. You know, they're hardly in 30, 35. They had floated companies. They had developed some software, and they sold that company in 20, $30 million. Only 20, 30 years old boys, 30-year-old boys. So that is the kind of opportunity entrepreneurship has. Over to the students. Anything, if you have got any questions
Here, let me speak few
Tell.
words to the students. I think I welcome the participants for participating in this webinar at the engineering college. Mr. Dhaneshwar Sahu has already spoken. He is retired general manager of a bank. Mr. Mihir Sahu is a senior chartered accountant. He has also spoken the details how to go about the taking some entrepreneurship. But before that, in your college, can we know if any of you is interested to do any business, thinking of doing any business? Can any of you say he is interested in any business? Do you have got courage to say, yes, I am interested for business? Not only courage, interest and willingness, desire to do business. Does anyone have? I would like to know.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ghosh.
Sir, actually, they are just first year, second year students. So they're just close to pass out, and they come to the college first year, second year. So I don't think that they do have that much of vision of they don't have a dream of that entrepreneurship and a mind is there. Again, they're not from business school, so they should have that much exposures. So they are
Okay.
just present on first year, second year students there from very civil,
What I mean to
mechanical.
say, vision is different. Maybe by the time they complete engineering, they will have,
Right.
they would be concretizing or coming to some conclusion. At least some of the students, are they having interest to come up for business? That's what only my intention is, that anybody is interested to do some business, that entrepreneurship culture that is coming all over India, everywhere. And you know, the way India is growing up.
Actually, true is that the entire focus of the students is usually on the placement. And once they deprive the placement, they usually think of the entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So, the thing is that nobody is doing the entrepreneurship by choice. They are by compulsion or without having alternatives. They are thinking alternatives, and which is the most difficult part. They think that it's the easiest way to do for entrepreneurship, and the job is the difficult part. because
Hmm.
cracking a job is the top priority of the students for any students. So
Mhm.
they think that cracking a job is the difficult part than being an entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that's what, no, that should not be the attitude, because this has to be the first resort, not the last resort. Friends, we have, if you go to the Western India, people from the school career itself, they start thinking what venture they will do. Anyway, friends, we have with us Mr. Devasis Satpathy, who is General Manager of NBCC, National Building Construction Corporation. And he is a management speaker, and he relates mythology with management lessons. Let's hear from him.
Okay,
Uh,
Mr.
Mihir,
Satpathy, please.
Mr. Satpathy, just 1 minute before that. So what we will do, because just I am coming from the airport, Mihir, you are there, Mr. Satpathy is there, let it be carried on. If any interest comes or any difficulty comes from any of the students or they want, then we can help, OCA will help it. That much only I can say. We are chartered accountants, Mihir is chartered accountant, I am also a chartered accountant, we are there, we are advisors of OCA. Any student, whether interested for any business, any kind of help, whether money is there or not, if idea is there, willingness is there, then we are there to help you and guide you as mentors. Okay, thank you.
Sir, I do have one question that's come to my mind, that where is the right time to diversify? Because when we have entrepreneurships, we have started a product. So when we are making profit, then is the right time to diversify ourselves, or when we are thinking losing my own product which I've made entrepreneurs and make myself entrepreneurs. So when I'm losing, that's the right time, or when we'll get the profit, that's the right time to diversify. What's the right to diversify?
Losing, there is no choice. You see, that is not the question of diversion. That is when you are losing, that time you don't have any other alternative. You have to find a choice how you can survive. That cannot be said as diversion.
Okay.
But
Right.
proper is there when somebody is growing, he has got sufficient fund, he has got a X market, he has got a marketing network, he is going with X product, he can go for also Y product also. Those are the times when one goes for diversification. When we got capital, everything, and success, then we want to increase our industry, increase our profitability, go to a new network. That time diversification is more proper. When somebody is losing, that time diversification is not the choice. He has to survive himself. Suppose some part of the business is not doing well, he may close that, add with another one. जिसका प्रॉफिट से ये इसको मैनेज कर सकता है. So that is only management, not diversification. That cannot be said to be diversification.
Sir, if suppose we are making a profit in a certain business, and we choose to have another business, and if that investment we have made in the other business fail, so the core business that I have, so that will going to affect. So in that case, what we have to do?
Yeah, that will help. Suppose you are having X business in a company. Now you want to go for a second business. Suppose you have got say 10 crores of capital. You have got 30 crores of turnover. Now you want to start a new business with another say 5 crores, where there is 1-2 crore capital is also required. Now here for this 30 is a business 30 crore turnover business, 7.5 crore capital is enough. So you have got 2.5 crores capital, something surplus that you can utilize, start a new business in the same company. There is no problem. There you can diversify, but only you have got capital and surplus fund should not lead to a decision for diversification. Before diversification, you must have studied in your management that there has to be what is the specialization that you are having, what is the positive thing, strength that you are having, how you are utilizing that strength to make your business, additional business successful. The way I said, suppose now say engineering company or a vehicle company, if they are successful, they are having good market, they are preparing 4-wheelers, they diversify, go for 2-wheelers, same market may be utilized for that. Some sort of diversification can be there. There has to be strength in the capital should be there, and there has to be good market, and you want to grow, there is prospect, then you can go for a diversification depending on which product the management consultant will advise. That's my suggestion.
Wipro started with soap and other things, and they excelled in IT. So diversification, when diversification idea comes to you and which will click, that's a purely management decision. And to decide to grow vertically.
You are muted. Unmute yourself, Mihir.
No, his voice is coming.
My sister. So, what is your vision? If you want to, what is your long-term vision? If you want to grow only in food products, or you want to diversify in some other products, or you want to maximize your wealth by capitalizing on the opportunity that comes to your way. Because for example, they are hugely diversified and they did well in the right category. Now let us, friends, now let us listen to Mr. Devashish Satpathy. Mr. Satpathy, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Mir Babu and other functionaries of OCF. I'm delighted and privileged to be a part of this particular webinar. And I was listening to other speakers, and I'm really impressed the way they were talking about SWOT analysis. They're talking about alternatives. They're talking about the strengths. They're talking about the avenues. They're talking about in Western part of the country, how from the school days children are keen to start their own venture. They plan it and they execute it also. That's a good thing what I understood. 2-3 things, because I'm not I'm from HR background. I have very little knowledge about the entrepreneurship, but 2-3 things which has happened in the recent past, which I just wanted to share with you. Then I will come to my presentation about how we can link it to Mahabharata, and I will share certain videos to you people also. There is I'll tell you, just before lockdown, there was a company in northern India, particularly in Delhi, and they are supplying the milk and they are delivering at home. And we are a little surprised that when Mother Dairy is there, Amul is there, how they can really find a space in this particular market. And we found because of their delivery, because of the quality of production they are doing, and because of certain additional benefits which they were giving, promotions which they are doing, it has become a very, very popular brand in Delhi and NCR, let me tell you, Country Delight. And the quality of milk is really good. And I think this company has already touched 200 crores turnover in just 2 years, right? So that's a beautiful story which I wanted to share with you, that when there are 2 dominant players in northern India, that is one Mother Dairy, second is your Amul, how this company has entered. And this has started from the scratch. 2 young entrepreneurs from 2 B schools, engineering colleges, and they have started and they are delivering. And I'll tell you, during when the corona was peak, and in Delhi itself there are 600 people are dying every day, still I find their service was so good, they're delivering at the doorstep. And apart from milk, you ask for any product, they were delivering. And such, just see the commitment they had, that not a single day it is late even when it was peak. So I'll connect it to Mahabharat, then I'll share with you. Then second is OEO, as you know, Oriya boy, how he has done it. And today it's such a $1 billion company, and there are so many people who are getting benefit out of it. And what triggered him to start this company is that in Rayagada, he was a young guy. And when he went to a hotel, what he found, somebody was a little dissatisfied and he was searching for a hotel room. And that triggered to him, if there can be a centralized app available where people can search for a room and they can get it at a reasonable price. It's not a very high-end hotels they are targeting. And in the process, just see, in just 6-7 years, how big is this company? That's an inspiration to all of us from a Oriya boy, right? Third important thing which we have seen in the last 4 days, only 10 days back, Big Basket, it just started 2 years, 3 years back. Now it has been taken over by Tata. Just imagine, 3 years company, 3 years old company. I think the valuation wise, it must be maybe some 1,000 crores, and company like Tata has taken over. So just see the success story. And they created a brand. They took Shahrukh Khan and they pumped some money. And that happens to all the startup companies. They create a brand, then they sell that brand. And they clearly calculate, where is my ROI, return on investment, and when it will be EBITDA positive. As Mihir Babu is from finance background, he can understand the EBITDA and all these. So when I will be getting profit in the first 4-5 years, I'm going to incur loss. They're mentally prepared. And same thing happened with Reliance Jio also. because I was in Airtel as head of HR for quite a long time. I have seen when they started their putting the switches, putting the offices, and for 3 years they were just waiting, and they had already invested by the time around 2 lakh crore in Reliance Jio, and they were knowing for 5 years they are going to make losses, and after that only there will be a break even and there will be EBITDA positive. So similarly, students, those who are connected in this program today, if you are starting your venture, please be prepared that first 4-5 years you are going to incur loss, and even if it happens, you are not going to lose your patience, right? So that's an important message to all of you. Then there are 2 more startups which have really done well. One is campus to home. My son is a student of Armed Forces Medical College, Pune, AFMC Pune, and he's passed out from there. And when he left the campus, and by just spending 700 or 800 rupees, his entire material, whatever he was having, it was delivered in my Delhi house, from where I'm speaking now. Just imagine a small company tied up with some big transporters, and he found that there are many students in different campuses. Once their course is over, they would like to go back to their home, and there should be a reasonable fees or whatever charges for shipping their material, because they may not be calling Agrawal and packers and movers to pack and send it to their home. They cannot really afford so much of money. So this startup has come to their rescue, and that is also a big success. That's another big example, a good example to all of you. So, and I heard there is another startup which is doing very good job is Porter, P-O-R-T-E-R, Coolie. Yutagam station like na Coolie, Porter. So what they're doing, I'll tell you. Now, because of the corona pandemic, there are many people from Delhi and from Calcutta, from Bangalore, they are moving to their home. And what they want is that there are many people, those who have started their warehouses. Suppose you are staying in Sahid Nagar and you would like to move to maybe Mumbai, your hometown. And from Sahid Nagar, somebody has created a warehouse in Patia. So that shifting has to happen. And they don't know, the guy who is based out of Mumbai, he's sitting in Mumbai. So he will coordinate through the website, the app, and finally the material is being shifted from Sahid Nagar to Patia warehouse, and a reasonable fees is being charged for keeping that particular material. That particular organization is also doing very good, I'll tell you. And I heard from many people that's doing so well. So what I'm trying to say, you youngsters are new generation people, and you have many ideas, and any ideas you pick up and you just go ahead. And before going ahead, there are 2-3 thumb rules which you need to follow, and that I will link it to Mahabharat. So I'll tell you, before starting any venture, what rightly my predecessor, previous speakers were talking about, Mr. Mir Babu and other people, is that we think starting a venture is very, very tough. And opting for a campus interview and finally getting placed in a company is the easiest job. Yes, it is easiest. But when there is no risk, there is no gain. When there is no pain, there is no gain. If you want to be an entrepreneur where there will be so many people who would be working under you, then you have to take lots of pain. I think Mir Babu or somebody was mentioning, if you are doing a good job, then one family is being benefited. But if you are starting a good venture, hundreds of families are going to benefit it, and you are your own boss, right? So only when you will have dedication and commitment towards whatever you are starting, then only you are going to get success. Otherwise, half-heartedly, any venture without commitment, it's not going to work, right? So I'll just share with you one incident of Mahabharat, how the commitment and dedication has given somebody a big name, and still we are remembering him. What happened, I'll tell you. In Mahabharat, I'll tell you the story first, the epic. For Karna, you know the character of Karna and Indra. These are the characters which are very common in Mahabharat. For Karna, his oath was more sacred than his life. His wish was, when the end comes, people would be indebted to him. So when Indra came to him in disguise of a Brahmin and asked him to donate, he said, I'm ready to fulfill all your needs. Tell me what you wish for. Indra said, I need your shield and earring. Karna said, these are part of my body. You may take all my arms and ammunitions. Indra said, I don't want anything else. I have heard that you are a great philanthropist. Karna said, I know why you want my Sildan earnings. I'm bound by my oath. I'm proud to be the only man from whom Lord Indra himself is asking for something. Then Karna removed his shield and earrings with big difficulty while giving so much of pain to his body and presented them to Indra. So, ये epic जो मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ, the intention, specifically I'm using Hindi, English and Oriya because there are many students maybe from other states may not be understanding Oriya. So, as you know, Arjuna was Indra's son, but Indra had a fear. If there is anyone who can kill my son, that is Karna. So what I'm going to do, let me take out Karna's the earring and the shield which is there in his body, because he was the son of sun. Surya Dev ka beta tha. Okay? So in the process, he wanted to take it out. So just see how, with lots of difficulty, Karna donated his earrings and the shield which he was having. So there is lots of learning which is going to happen from this video. Let me see if I can share with you people this video of today about dedication and commitment. Just be on the line for a minute. My system shows that the host has disabled participant screen sharing. Can I request Meher Babu, मेरे को आप जरा मत टिके देबे कि sharing करिया पई मु share करि पारुनी गोटे वीडियो अच्छी share करिया पई. Yeah, Meher Babu.
Yeah, I'm trying it. I'm trying for it.
Just give me. Yeah. There is a beautiful video which from Mahabharata, which the participants are going to see, and they will understand that to start a venture, it's not a joke. It's not a cakewalk. They have to really put efforts. And finally, they will get a success like Country Delight or OYO or Big Basket or Porter or Campus to Home or Reliance. So that's an important thing which I wanted to share with all the participants. So yeah, I think now I can share. Yeah, I have got the option. Share, optimize video clip, share sound. Yes, optimize share clip. Let me see if it is running. Huh? Is it visible and the sound is with big difficulty while giving so much of pain to his body and presented them to Indra? Let me share with you what is the management lesson out of it. For a professional, certain competencies are assets enable him to excel. His competencies bring him credibility and respect. These are discipline, perseverance, strive for excellence, integrity, establishing trust, commitment, and dedication. Karna could demonstrate almost all the competencies in the Mahabharata. Karna was known for his commitment, and he also demonstrated this competency by donating his shield and earrings. Similarly, a professional needs to be committed to his profession, trustworthy in the eyes of his peers. However, like Karna, a professional needs to develop an attitude of promise made is promise kept. Karna had dedication to duty and responsibility, which brought him so many laurels. Similarly, a professional, while being dedicated, needs to be disciplined and strive for excellence. Thank you. So, what I want to can I request all the participants to put in mute because there is some background noise which is coming. Right. Okay. So through this video, I just wanted to communicate two things to the participants. Can I request all the participants to put on mute, please? Can I request all the participants to put on mute because there's lots of background noise which is coming. Uh, yeah, can I request? So I think some of the participants are not in mute now. I think there is no disturbance. Okay. So I wanted to share with you the basic purpose of sharing this video to all of you is that because I have served in almost all the states in the country, starting from Bihar to Gujarat to UP, Maharashtra, in Delhi and in many other states. One thing which is missing with people in Orissa, my home state, is the perseverance, right? Because I have seen many failures than success. But whereas while spending time in Gujarat, I find people are highly dedicated, right? So what I'm trying to communicate to all the participants here is that if, Oriya people have beautiful brain, they have beautiful vision, they have beautiful knowledge, they have beautiful strategic thinking. But one thing which you need to really improve is your dedication and commitment. Because we have a tendency towards going for a campus interview and getting a job and to be in corporate and in air-conditioned chamber. But that is, let me tell you, that's not end of everything. And rightly what Mir Babu was mentioning, if you are going to do a good job, then you are going to only support to a family. But if you are going to start your own venture, then you are going to support hundreds of families. So that's an important thing to share with all of you. Like Karna was so dedicated that when he was asked by Indra that you remove, I want as a donation, the shield as well as the earrings, he immediately, without any reluctance, he just offered it. And that is the reason why even today we are remembering Karna for philanthropy. Karna Dani, he was such a big philanthropist. Itne bada daan karta tha wo. People are still remembering and we are still respecting him for his daan. So that's an important message I wanted to give it to all of you. Second thing, if I have, Mir Babu, I have how many more minutes to speak?
Yeah, you continue. I think another 15 minutes.
Very good, very good. Another thing for all the students, those who are listening to me, is the coaching and mentoring. Because you are what rightly your campus manager, I think Mr. Ghosh is an integral part of your organization, and he was mentioning something about that you are all youngsters, just +2 pass out, having 1 or 2, you are in second year, third year or something. One more area is very, very important for all of you is to find somebody who can coach you and who can mentor you. Let me tell you, you people have very, very limited knowledge about what is happening in this world. But people like Mir Babu and other people, those who are connected in this program today, they have vast experience. And they have also gray hair like me. Of course, उन्होंने dying किए हैं, इसलिए young लग रहे हैं, मैं थोड़ा बुढ़ा लग रहा हूँ. But they have vast experience. They have rich experience. They have seen many successes and failures. And they are the people who can be beautiful mentors and coach to all of you. And they can share with you what are the precautions you can take while starting a venture when you are putting your money, right? So you need to get connected to them on a regular basis. And I'm sure, let me tell you, if you get connected to senior people of OCF, those who have vast experience, they are the people who are going to give you handhold. They will never say, no, mera paas time nahi hai. They will, whatever. Suppose you say, sir, emerging field is your pharmacy. Emerging field is food delivery. Emerging field is delivering ration at home. They will also tell you which are the other competitors which are there, what are the plus minus, and they will also do a SWOT analysis for you. That in this particular field, in this particular area, there is these are the challenges which are there. These are the strengths, these are the weaknesses, these are the opportunities, and these are the threats which is there. So if you venture into this area, you will be one more player. But this is a sunrise industry, and there is hardly any player, and it's a virgin industry where you can put your hands and you can grow. So it's very, very important. Please get enough learning about the successes and failures. If somebody has failed, what has happened? Why he has failed? Why was commitment was a issue? Was putting money was an issue? Was advertising was an issue? Was raw material was issue? Was the software an issue? You need to really find out if there is a failure. Similarly, if there is a success, you need to also find out, right? In fact, there is a beautiful proverb in English is that success has many fathers. Success has many fathers, but failures are bastards. Means success को अगर अच्छा होता है, everybody say कि मैं success कर लिया, but जो failure होता है ना, कोई उसको take up करने के लिए राजी नहीं होता है. But it's very, very important that you need to also learn from failures of different people, right? Out of what I heard from some people, out of every 10 people start a new venture, 5 become failure, or 6 become failure, 4 become success. I don't know much about this particular field because I am from HR field, but Mir Babu and other people can guide you well. Mr. Partha can also guide you well. So you have to really understand this, and this knowledge can come to you through coaching and mentoring. If you accept somebody as a coach and mentor, let me understand if this video is available with me and it may take 30 seconds, 40 seconds to show you people. Just give me a little time to show to you people. Again, from Mahabharat, very interesting learning about coaching and mentoring. That is, yeah, just give me a minute. Yeah. You need to give me 1 second. This host disabled participant screen sharing. Mir Babu, again, once again, give me this sharing opportunity.
I think, is that gone?
It's gone. It's gone. Now you give me 1 second this opportunity to so that I can share this video. So the next video which is coming to all of you is that how coaching and mentoring is very, very important for all of us. As you know, in Mahabharat, when the Pandavas and Kauravas were facing to each other and the war is about to start, Arjun said, I am not going to fight in this war. In front of me, I have my Dronacharya is there in front of me, my Bhisma Pitama is there in front of me, my Krupacharya, who is the Kulguru, is in front of me, or Duryodhana is there, who is my brother, Dusasan is there in my brother. How can I fight with these people? Then Krishna is giving his discourse, which is called Bhagavad Gita, right? And there we need to learn. There, in fact, Krishna is Arjun is saying, you be my mentor and coach. And finally, Krishna is obliging him, and he's giving the discourse of Gita to him, Mahabharata. So that's the origin of Bhagavad Gita. So that I'm trying to show you, if the system allows. Mir Babu, I'm yet to get this access for sharing this particular screen for the participants. Just give me the.
I think sharing option has been given to you.
Acha, but host disabled participant screen sharing, it is showing. When I'm clicking on screen share, it is saying host disabled participant screen sharing.
I think actually I'm outside. I'm now traveling. I've already told the office to enable that. They said they have enabled it already.
But you see, I'm clicking on screen sharing, and it is showing host disabled participant screen sharing. So if you give me 1 second, host participant.
Recording in progress.
Hello. Yes, I think you are able to share now. Mr. Satpathy, you are able to share now.
Give me a minute. Let me try 1 second.
Yeah, please. Now I think it is shared.
Yeah, give me a minute. I think I should be able to do it now. This will stop other screen sharing. हाँ, जोड़ा screen sharing आगोड़ा अच्छे तो बंद कर दियो तू. Yes, I'm going to do it. Yes. So let me see if I can do this. Management relation. Yes, Windows player. Let me see if I can do it now. 1 minute. Huh? Can you disable your screen sharing, because that's creating a trouble for me, I believe.
Disable.
So let me try Windows Media Player. Let me see, and share optimize. Let me see. Yes, I think it should work. It should work.
Yes, it has worked.
Let me share with you on management learning from Mahabharata. This is on coaching and mentoring. The epic is in the battlefield just before the war. Arjun expressed his unwillingness to fight against his own family members. He said, "How can I kill my grandfather and Drona? How can I kill those who are worth so much respect? Shall I defeat those who taught me how to win? Is it better to win or lose this war?" Krishna said, "This war is not to establish relationships and identities. Recognize your duties and decide, because only you can take decisions. This war is yours and its result as well." Arjun said, "I cannot see my duty clearly. Hence, you become the guide of my soul. I know I stand between truth and lie, but cannot decide on which side does truth stand. Guide me, O Krishna, and save me from this despair."
खड़ा कैसे हो जाऊं मधुसूदन, खड़ा कैसे हो जाऊं? पितामह का वध करने के लिए कहीं अच्छा है कि मैं ये हाथ भिक्षा के लिए फैलाऊं। भिक्षा में मिली हुई रोटी इन महापुरुषों के रक्त से सनी भी नहीं होगी। हे ऋषिकेश, मैं तो ये भी समझ नहीं पा रहा हूं कि इस युद्ध में विजय श्रेष्ठ है या पराजय। धृतराष्ट्र पुत्र शत्रुओं की भांति मेरे सामने खड़े हैं। मैं जानता हूं कि उनका वध किए बिना जीना संभव नहीं है, किंतु हे केशव, उनका वध करने के उपरांत भी जीना सहज नहीं होगा। क्या वो मेरे भाई नहीं है केशव? बोलिए केशव। अवश्य है, बस केवल इतना ही कहना है आपको। तुमने केवल यही तो पूछा था पार्थ, किंतु ये युद्ध संबंधों और नातों की स्थापना या पहचान के लिए नहीं है कुंती पुत्र।
Share with you the management learning from this epic. Every professional need to get coached and mentored like Arjun for professionalism and personal excellence. Most of the employees say coaching should be part of every organization's management and development program. Mentoring is transformational and more of a human development activity and represents a relationship in which a more experienced or more knowledgeable person having expertise in one area helps to guide a less experienced or knowledgeable person. Mentoring and coaching can improve confidence, performance, and productivity across the organization. It also helps to build a positive and concrete change in the individual psyche and facilitates the transfer of knowledge from the coach mentor. In case of organizations, coaching and mentoring become profoundly beneficial for the career growth of their employees. It is a key to unlocking potential and improving productivity. A skilled coach or mentor like Krishna is an invaluable asset to any organization since they support in increasing confidence and motivation. Moreover, they guide for conflict resolution, improve communication, and interpersonal skills. The success lies at the acceptance of the mentee to the mentor. Like Arjun accepted and surrendered to Krishna as his mentor, the mentee in a professional environment needs to submit before the coach and pick up superior managerial and leadership wisdoms and convert them into competencies. Thank you.
Okay, so what I was trying to communicate to all the participants through this video is that all of you are Arjuns, and you need to really find out Krishna for you. And here I can say Mir Babu, Partha Babu, and other OCF members are Krishna for all of you. You need to really find out. You need to really accept these people as your mentor and coach. They have vast experience by serving in different organizations, advising different corporates, serving for different organizations and corporates in different geographies and different fields as well. They can tell you what is good, what is bad, what is ugly. So it is your responsibility for all of you to interact with them on a regular basis. And I'm sure if you speak to them after taking proper time, they will never say no to you. And they will give you all kinds of guidances. So that's all from my side in terms of guidance to the students for their entrepreneurial qualities. And from my side, one offer to all of you is that I'm serving for NBCC, National Building Construction Corporation, which is the Government of India entity for all kinds of construction throughout the country. We have a huge presence in Orissa, the Orissa EMS, Orissa IIT, Bhubaneswar IIT, then IIM Sambalpur, and Utkal University, Ravenshaw University, all expansion work, all construction work is being handled by us. Any student from your college keen to do apprenticeship training or some other training in organization, they are most welcome to connect with me. That's all from my side. Over to you, Mr. Meher Babu.
Thank you, Mr. Satpathy, for a wonderful presentation. And it's quite motivating through stories and the epic which we all know, and it is imprinted in our mind. And it's a interesting tool for the students in particular. I also thank you very much for the offer you gave at the end that you'll take the students. You'll take the students who are willing to join as an apprentice in your ongoing projects. That's a wonderful offer for us. Thank you very much. I think the Mahabharata is a Mahakavya, and one or 2 hours is not sufficient for that. We'll listen to you again on another date, on another topic. Thank you all participants. I think it has been already about two hours. So I think we should close this program here. Thank you.
Recording stop.